Hi guys, Jericho from Massredemption here, and welcome back to another Gmod video. Long time no see, fellas. Sorry I've been so distant lately on the gaming channel. I've been working on my music channel. Some of the music you've heard in the clips before, please go check it out, support me. Either here on YouTube, my music account is linked below, or on at jerichomorrison.com. JerichoMorrison.com. Go check it out. Please give me some love. Just some electronica. Alright, but to the Gmod video. Today we're going to be looking at CQB Simulator. As many of you know, I like tactical shooters like Ready or Not, Ground Branch, 0 Hour, stuff like that. So, close quarters combat type of tactical shooter-esque things I'm usually attracted to in some aspect or some regard. This is a very fucking cool mod. Basically, you open your spawn menu and you go to entities and come down to fun and games. So right here, of course your menu will look different depending on what kind of mods you got, and it will be right here. You would click on it and it would spawn this little console. Roll up to the little console here, hit your interact key, whatever that is, and it will pop up with this window. You can either do a solo raid. So basically, if any of you have ever played Rainbow Six Siege, this would be your terrorist hunt mode. Your goal is to go through the level and wipe out all the enemies. You can choose the different types of enemies. You got Combines, Rebels, Enforcer, and Terrorist. It's mainly just a skin, but it also changes what weapons they have. You also have a difficulty. You can set it to casual, standard, hardcore, or really realism. I almost had a stroke saying that. As well as the stage size. You can do a 3x3 small, a 5x5 medium, or a large, a 7x7. You can also do the styling of which it's generated, so basically the textures of the map. You can do a facility, industrial, an apartment, dungeon, combine, or kill house. I usually do apartment. Now this is completely procedural generated. It usually randomizes it every time. What's really cool about this is you can do this basically on any map because it creates the map and teleports you there. But I do recommend, just in general, because Gmod has issues with frames and stuff like that when it comes to stuff like this sometimes, if you're on a lower end PC. I do recommend if you're just going to be playing around with this, just do it on Gmod, Flatgrass, or Construct. It's the least demanding maps. I mean, and on top of it, you're not even going to be using Construct, or, like, the actual map itself you're not going to be using in this. It generates a map, it teleports you there. You don't have to worry about anything. And not to mention that, the stock Gmod maps have nod data, meshes, all sorts of stuff. So everything should work as intended. You have two modes. The solo raid, which I mentioned, is basically a terrorist hunt mode. You go in and wipe out all the enemies and then the mode ends. Or you can do a solo survival. And you basically defend against waves of enemies until eventually you're defeated, as the description says. You can also use a config. You can basically edit this any way you want with damage, door health, you name it. It's in here. You can edit it. I usually just keep inventory. So for example, like I prep before I start this, I'll customize a gun or something, and then I enter the level. So it allows me to keep what's in my inventory. Skippable preparation's a good option too. If you don't want to wait the whole wait time, you can just walk over the door and start, which I'll show that. And then Fog of War is great. Basically each room you'll enter, it will open on the map. You can also turn this off if you want. Of course, there is a help section to kind of explain everything I just explained to you. For example, the doors are destructible, as well as there's health packs and ammo placed around the map. You get ratings, as well as enemy vision. So like they react to noise and sight and stuff like that. You can also do versus against 2 players. There's quite a few things you can do here. But we're going to do a small solo raid. First things first, we do have an MP5. The mod I'm using, it's quite common. It's called Polyarms or ARC9 Polyarms. So the go-to back in the day, or not really back in the day, used to be CW weapons. But CW tends to be quite taxing on your system, and it can tank your frame rates. I like Polyarms because it's basically the same deal, but with way more customization, and it doesn't tank your frame rates. For example, I can hit Z here, and it pulls up the gun. You could do quite a bit of customization. You can even save presets. You can inspect the gun. You can do whatever you want to it. We're going to be running an MP5 here. As you can see, I already got it fully kitted out, as well as, yep, just the MP5. One more thing, I'm using a mod that allows me to go into slow motion. All mods I am using, I will link below. If I do forget a mod, please just remind me in the comments and I'll fix that. I don't know when I'll get this edited and get it up there, so I tend to sometimes forget to link something. But please, as always, go support the mod author. Give them some love on the workshop. And if you guys like the video, please, you know, let me know what to look at next. Let's get into it. So, approach your terminal. Let's just face some enforcers. We're going to do the apartment style, a small 3x3. We're going to keep it on casual difficulty just to kind of show it off. You hit start here, stay within this circle, and it will start. Now watch this. Boom. Generated a whole new map for you. You see the timer above is actually your prep time. So I have it set to about 60 seconds, so a minute of prep time. This lets you customize anything you need to do and move along. But I do have skip prep on, so if I roll out of the square, now the game's running. We're good to go. As you can see, right, it comes with a mini map, a sight, accuracy, everything. So let's start rocking and rolling. Every single level is completely randomized, but you get wall pickups like heals, as well as ammo pickups, which are crucial if you're playing with polyarms. He was easier than that. The enemies lean as well as take cover usually. It's not the most perfect thing in the world. It's really cool. So that was a small map, a 3x3, so that's why it was kind of tight. Now check this out. You get a complete leaderboard of your stats. So we used a PV9, which is basically an MP5. It shows we shot 49 shots, we got 70 kills. Our accuracy could be better. No headshots. Well, what could I say? I'm not the best on mouse and keyboard. So check this out. You can go to record, and it will open up the map and show you your movement. You can hit this little play button, and it actually starts to show you what you're doing. So we obviously entered that first room, immediately ran into an enemy. Once I get there, boom. This is pretty cool. It actually shows you where you killed the enemies. So it's kind of a actual record of your movements and everything. This mod in general is just phenomenal. It really is a good time killer for Gmod, and I could see plenty of uses for it, especially in the future if people want to kind of mess with it and add different types of enemies. But it's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try a much bigger level. We're going to go ahead and go to a medium. Let's change it to look like Kill House. I think that'd be kind of cool. Change off the Enforcer, and we'll do Rebels. Let's go ahead and hit start. It's going to hit the timer, and it's going to go ahead and drop down. Now check that out. It completely changes the texture of how everything looks, and obviously it looks pretty much like Kill House. If Modern Warfare, different games use the term Kill House. So we stepped out.
First time for everything.
Our map's loaded. We hear some guys. Let's get it rolling.
I don't dream anymore.
We got several.
God, I'm hungry. Doesn't anyone care what I think?
Oh, we got some. That's that slow-mo I was talking about. Recharging.
Sticking to it.
Now the hardest enemies I've found to be on this mod is usually Combine. They pack a huge punch. There's also melee enemies that can quickly close the gap on you. I don't know what that was, but that did not sound...
Got my little corner and I'm sticking to it.
They have a little fun dialogue as well, which I really appreciate the developer or the mod author putting in. But yeah, this is cool. I genuinely enjoy this.
I'll stay here. I don't dream anymore.
Oh, shoot. probably drew a few of them. Nope.
I'm
Don't
sure
worry.
there's no kids who want to see this.
Now, I could easily have another mod that could be interfering with the AI, but I don't believe so. I think this is so standalone it shouldn't be an issue. See there, the enemy kind of leans. I do have the difficulty kind of low too, so the AI is going quite easy on me right now. Push the corner. They're all packed up in there. But yeah, so CQB Simulator is quite a pretty cool mod that introduces something that Gmod needed, you know, desperately. But this opens the door for a lot of different types of mods in this regard. This is phenomenal. I love this. So, of course, again, you can watch your replay if you want. You can skip through and kind of see the routes you've taken, as well as if you pick up something like a health pickup, it will actually disappear off the map there. Boom. So it actually shows that's what you were doing. You're picking up that health pickup. This mod is awesome. I love this. This is cool. So as someone that likes battle simulation and in the terms of Gmod and stuff like that, or just like combat in general, this opens a new door up for just playing and weapon testing. And I liked the randomized generation of it all too, because no map really plays the same so far. I'm sure if you play a shit ton, you'll run into maybe a similar configuration, but I don't know what all they have to offer in that regard. So we're gonna go ahead and respawn, which I always just do it that way because I'm lazy. Pop in, and we're gonna go ahead and give ourselves something different to play around with the poly arms. Man, what do we want to do? Oh, there's so many choices. I kind of want to do an AUG. Got this bad boy right here. Let's see. That reload time is really nice, so we're gonna do that. Ooh. Interesting. Quite interesting. This thing's gonna kick. I could tell this thing's gonna kick. Should we throw a sight on it? If anything, we're gonna throw something very basic at it. Oh, actually, there's not much kick. So with poly arms, of course, I usually spawn myself an ammo crate, just so I don't spawn with, you know, little to no ammo. Alright. So let's go ahead and bump up the difficulty. We're gonna do a standard. We're gonna stick to rebels for now. We're gonna switch it to a. We'll do a medium again. We'll do industrial as the skin for the map. So let's go ahead and start. We're in there. There we go. Okay, so we're back in, and let's get this rolling. Oh, is this the door?
I can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to gap quick on me, too. I realize the reload animation for this is kind of busted, but
I feel it.
alright, so it definitely immediately noticed a difference with the difficulty. They're a little more aggressive, and they're definitely hitting their shots. I just ran out of ammo. Fuck. So I was just beheaded by a crowbar, but that is pretty good. So you could already tell that the difficulty makes a huge difference. Casual, you ran 2 runs and basically had no opposition, kind of just ran right through them, while on the normal standard difficulty, they kind of gave us a run for our money. Our health actually started going down. This is a great mod. I really appreciate this mod. This is awesome. This is staying on my list for a while. I could definitely see this would be a good time killer for me on my days off, but this is just absolutely spectacular. I know this is mostly a shorter mod video than most I upload, but I appreciate you guys checking out the content and always supporting the Gmod content when I can, uh, you know, do it when I'm off work and all that. Uh, if you guys got anything you want me to look at or check out, please. And then let me know how you guys feel about YouTube Shorts. I'm gonna upload a short of this clip as well and tie it to the video. I kind of messed with them a little bit when I streamed Easy Red 2, so I kind of uploaded a short with that. If you guys like the shorts, I might do a little more of those. If not, I mean, occasionally here and there I might upload one. Again, thanks guys for always supporting me and always loving the videos. I'm so sorry that everything's always so spaced on this channel. It's just genuinely finding the drive to do this sometimes after work and stuff like that. So, sadly, this part of my life took a huge back burner all the time. But I always appreciate you guys sticking around for these kind of videos. I never realized there's so many people that like Gmod videos like that. But again, go support the mod author. Give him love in the comments. This is a fantastic mod. Everything will be linked below. If I forget a link, please let me know. And check out my other content. And please go support my music, JerichoMorrison.com. See you guys later.